And we are live. Welcome, welcome. This is today's Crown League game, and today we have Top Esports against Iconic Crew. We've all been waiting for this, and so is my other caster over here, Wolkenster. Hello, Wolk.
Hello, Hockey. I'm glad to be here today again for match day number 2 in the Crown League.
I'm.
Interesting matchup we have here.
Yep, it
And
is,
yeah,
and a pretty tough one too. But before we get into those matchup, I know you're waiting, so am I, and so is Wolk. But we first have to review some clips we enjoyed from Grimoire against Monarch. First up on the clip over here, we have SV Monarch going in for a really insane dive here as Implosion coming cancelled. But if you focus on Fam here, chasing after the Claude, not letting him go with a flicker with a raging slash. Probably one of the good clips we've had on this game. Fam on Skyers over here. For the next clip, we have a really insane old flicker here by Gyro over here as he gets two people, takes people out for his team, and they proceed to push the mid lane. If you have missed these games, make sure you go back and check them out. They were pretty interesting, and I had fun casting those games. Now let's get to the game.
and here in the draft we
I
are
will
now
choose my own
between
path.
Iconic Crew versus Top Esports. Two very well known EU squads here. Long history here. Everybody knows everyone technically almost. Like look at the matching names from Top Esports. That's always something nice. Or the squad tag from Iconic Crew. They have an imposter here, but he's also playing for them for the Crown League. Don't worry, he's not illegally here. And as we speak here, the first two bans have already been decided from both teams. From the side of Iconic Crew, we have the Arlot and Faramis ban,
To live
and from the
is to
side of
trick
Toby
the
Sports, we
reaper.
have so far the Matilda ban. What do you expect for this type of draft, Hockey? Like, since you probably also know both teams, also after you've seen also their preseason games. So, what's your take on that so far?
So far, I see the Matilda ban here being pretty critical for the side of Iconic, mainly because they used to rely on that Matilda and Barrett's team comp. So I am expecting Barrett for the side of Iconic if it's left open, but once again we might see something unexpected or they might go just something heavy as usual.
Horology
What
is
do you
my
think here?
craft. Diggy is my name.
I wouldn't be surprised if Iconic actually went for a Hanzo draft. They love those types of drafts.
Ooh,
Like it's
yeah.
just their go-to draft if they are like that's how they usually start off something. Either it's a best of one or best of three. The Hanzo, you are destined to see the Hanzo at some point here, as if you're up against the Iconic crew. And from Toby Esports, they have new players here playing for them. It's gonna be interesting to see how they will perform here um, with the older members from the lineup. And we will see if they are actually having a great synergy already by now, or if they still need to improve on certain areas. With
I'm
the Gunnar
bored
being
with
banned out now
Jiashi.
from Toby Esports, we are finally entering the first picking stage in favor of iconic crew. Like lots of picks are still open. Marksmans are always open right now in the current meta. Some majors are still open like the Aurora or the Lunox. And the Romas are also open like Tigreal, Minotaur.
A
Lots
lot
of
of
picks you can choose from. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of picks really open here. Though I think it's most likely gonna be something like a carry or a Barrett here, as mages also could be taken
Do
up.
you
You
want to
mind
make
Nana
friends
is up,
with
and
Nana? Your
speaking of
team is
Nana,
picking.
there she is. Irie will take Nana for himself here. What you think about that? Nana, as they say, if your 5k has a good Nana, this might be a win over here. But once again, they're playing against top esports, so this is gonna be one tough matchup.
Make some noise for
Your
yours
team is
truly.
picking.
I'm actually surprised to see that top esports are picking the heroes that quickly, like as if they already prepared those scenarios where they leave the Nana open and pick for themselves those two exact picks with the Chichi and the Aurora.
The flying
Looks like they did
squad
the
is here
homework.
to
but Iconic Crew are unfazed by that and decide to go for the 1-1 pick here. As for the third pick, they still have to think, or actually, are they actually going for that? Of
They
course.
are going for the Hanzo already. There it is, the Hanzo early
Oh,
pick, pretty passive, pretty risky here, but I think it's also what they need.
Come on,
It
Dexter.
looks like he
It's our
will pick
showtime.
the Claude up before the second band phase.
I mean, Claude is a good pick against 1-1 and Hanzo if the Claude gets to the real Hanzo.
Yep.
But the thing is, getting there is a different issue because Iconic Crew will play out their entire rest of the draft around this Hanzo pick to protect him, to not even let enemies go near to his real body, and they are looking for probably some interesting anti-CC picks or like CC picks to CC all the enemies. Like Kukra still left open. Other engaged tanks are also open. Okay, Minotaur getting banned now. Top Esports don't want to limit those options for Iconic Crew. But as I
Looks like
said, Kukra is still open.
Thorns remain.
Lancelot?
Lancelot. I mean, I think they're banning for the Hanzo because don't want anything to go back here. Like, most likely, we might see like a Fenrir or Link ban coming up, or if that's not the case, it might be a roamer ban such as Tig or something else that could be pretty disruptive for both sides.
Oh yeah, I agree with you, but I'm still surprised to see the Lancelot ban. Like Lancelot, it is a good pick against Hanzo, but if you consider what else is on the map here with the Nana, I'm not sure if the Hanzo can actually dodge everything that Anana is throwing at him. Like you can dodge a lot, but either you get one day the all marks completed from the 1-1, or you get CC'd by the Nana, or whatever tank they pick that also CC gets to the Lancelot. Like okay, that was kind of like other assassins could do the job of Lancelot getting to Hanzo a bit better. Like yeah, there's like Fanny, as you said. Fanny can do the job. Link can do the job. Um,
Gaze.
even even if you want to be funny, Aulus, but like that's a that's a pick that you only see from
Alus is
certain
a
people.
pretty interesting pick, not gonna lie though, if it gets picked up. I
Like
wonder
in
what
EU, I only
happened
know
to
one
him
player
though.
who does. Like in EU, there's only one player who picks Aulus. I know this player, and like he's the only player who can pull this off against Hanzus, for example.
I mean, I don't know what happened to Alus here, but he used to be like pretty broken. Like you can't even get to the dude after he gets buffed up.
Yeah,
1-2 basic attack with a crit build, and he can just take the Hanzo out before the Hanzo gets to get a skill off. So
that's the whole point. But I think the reason why people don't really draft for Aulus is because like he needs time. Like he needs his 12 minutes and then he's OP. But before 12 minutes, he needs to rely on his team a lot.
he can, at least the good thing about Alus is he can be kind of supportive-ish with his ult thanks to his slow, so he's not completely that useless in early game.
True, but like against that team comp from
Yeah,
Iconic Crew,
not much to
like
be done
just
here.
you don't need really slow. You need something to burst down the ground one, for example, or trigger out the Nana passive immediately. And that looks like a supportive pick for them to support the Hanzo Terisla being picked up. And with the Franco, they are guaranteed to get some kills if they actually pick him up.
Last time we've seen a Franco here, he was pretty insane, got us a lot of clips in the preseason, and probably might see it again this match.
Natalia! No way,
Hey!
Esports are drafting for that. No way, nah, they are baiting. They're baiting us. That's a bait.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's more
it's
like it.
possible. It's possible, you know. Natalia is one annoying, but not in jungle. Unfortunately, I think she's better off as a roamer.
Nah, Clarina's not good here. Roger, maybe. Like it needs to be an assassin pick that can chase down the real Hanzo or run
A
fast.
Ling, maybe a Ling.
Ling is too much blue buff dependent, and after the Franco pick, they're gonna invade if you pick something that relies on a blue buff.
It's a
Okay, Leomord also
Leomord.
works kinda.
Yeah, Leeward is pretty
It
aggressive and
works.
could go there. Yeah. That is a pretty interesting draft from both sides. Looks like for Iconic though, they got the more comfortable picks for them. So I'm
True,
pretty
like the
interested.
picks from Iconic are easier to execute on, and with that, we are entering soon the game.
And we will see ya in the first match of Iconic Crew versus Top Esports. And we are back. First match over here on the Crown League. We have Iconic Crew versus Top Esports, and this is one that I've been waiting for a while. I'm pretty excited about this matchup, and so is Wilkinson here, as this is something to watch and something to also learn from, since both teams here are pretty big and they know what they're doing pretty well. So over here, we have a pretty aggressive early coming from iPrince over here. And Matsu is, well, of course, going to invade. Unfortunately, Dan will have to use his retinue to secure what he needs. That's a pretty
And
tough
with this
matchup.
move, with this little move from Matsu, he was able to delay the Hanzo farm for a few seconds at least, and that's how Leomod is still equaling and farming to Hanzo, even though Hanzo has his eating ability. So that's going in favor of Toby Esports so far with this game plan. And as long as they don't lose anything on any part of the map, they are doing fine for the early game. They just need Leomod to get active to get to level 4, and then he can finally start something. As he finally reached level 4, he's probably looking for gank here.
He's trying with the Phantom State to take out Dance early here, but will not have the damage nor the backup. Looks like he's
Well,
gonna take out Irie's passive over here on the Nana instead on his way to the little, as Dan will go and will take out iPrince, who is the first blood, who is a Demon Thorn over here engage. What an engage over here from Dan's. Looks like the
mm,
Hanzo is just waiting for that 4 as well and be just as aggressive as everyone else.
like the thing is, Hanzo came in clutch in that moment because like Nana lost her passive, Aurora lost her passive, and with that, the first person who got to the person without the passive wins the fight and gets the kill. And that was, in this case, it was the Hanzo this time. But in other situations, it could as well be the Leomod who could secure a kill. Just inconvenient for Toby's foot so far. And
Looks
nice
like
iron hook
Corey goes
from the
in for
Drake.
the hook on iPrince and they will get the other kill as Irie will pick it up. Corey over here on the Franco, we probably see stuff like this coming and Irie will take another kill on Matsu here. Looks like Iconic Crew is just dominating this early so far, as not leaving a chance for iPrince to do much. Retribution will be
And
picked
as
up
we
over
speak,
here as they engage on Yuta, and Yuta, even though he pops out the vengeance, will be taken out by Carti over here.
that's exactly what you wanted to avoid as top esports, getting behind in the early game because it's just gonna be worse and worse as more farm the members of Iconic Crew get. Like nice pick up kill from top esports onto the Nana. Still doesn't change the overall situation
Penalty zone
unless
coming in, and Yuta will be taken out once again. Haro on the gold lane is going in with a dive, taken out NY here. It looks like the Leomord pick will probably get more heavy and probably better later on throughout this game. It's a really dangerous pick though. We've last time seen Leomord, he was pretty insane on it and pretty safe as well. Every dive, every engage coming from a Leomord is just more than enough this team needs to win. We have a gold lane here being pushed as Amofended is coming in, blazing the wind, and looks like Frigid
Ooh.
Glacier coming in. They will take out NY as Kyu will take it from himself here as a second kill. Looks like Utah is going in for Dance over here, going into the curtain call. Will continue to chase for Dance, but unfortunately will be taken out instead. Does not get the Hanzo, unfortunately for Utah, even though he did Vengeance and he did the curtain call, he was not able to take the Hanzo out.
Basically, you can see get this game from two perspectives. One perspective has the top lane XP lane from Iconic Crew winning, and the other perspective has the bot lane gold lane from Top Esports winning. Both teams have a winning side right now, and one side who is losing. The difference is Iconic Crew secured the tower on the top lane, while Top Esports still need to work on that. But as we speak.
As the bloody hunt coming in for Kure on Harl Teasy, just disrupting him just enough to make him retreat, but looks like Dance is still going in, trying to stack up his Demon Thorn, and NY will take the kill here with the 1-1. Still has the crossbow of tank as Dance gets in a really bad position here. Amofenda coming in as penalty zone, coming in from Cardi as well. Trying to take out Yuta, but will get frozen instead of Cardi. Not much to be here other than to retreat or nah. Kyo will go in with a damage here. He's trying to take it himself. Cardi with the Terizla passive getting super tanky and Blazing the Wet has been triggered. Looks like Irie takes out Yuta here as well and looks like it's a pretty contested fight, but I'll probably say this was the better fight for top esports here.
Mm, at the end of the day, the game is still even for them. Kinda like they are obviously still behind in gold, but they were able to secure some important kills on their carries here. That could snowball into more later on. While Iconic Crew need to find a way um, to to pull the advantage ahead and secure more objectives here. Like so far, only one turret has been destroyed in 6 minutes. That's not a lot here in terms of the game tempo, and like lots of kills but no objectives. So you need to finish your objectives if you want to win a game. Obviously, like without objectives, like we are playing brawl basically.
Yeah, but that one tower push though is also important since it's for the XP side. Carti gets to be more active, even more than Yuta at this point. And that changes a lot and provides protection as Bloody Hunt coming in on Kyu. Kore will take out the Carti, will go for Matsu here with the blood oh my god, I messed up over here with the penalty zone. And looks like iPrince will be taken out from the back line here. A
iPrince not having
pretty
really a great game so far in this game.
both iPrince and Utah is not going their way so far. Ooh,
Another iron
a
hook
hook
from the
coming
flame
in
shot.
from Corey as Molina Blitz coming into the flame shot. Irie will not let that go. He will not let Utah get out whatsoever after hitting all that. Looks like iPrince will be taken up again with a Demon Thorn from Dance. And he just stays there taunting a bit. He does another engage but will have to retreat since his blood is out. Dance is just not leaving iPrince alone. He just doesn't want iPrince to do anything whatsoever. And having the
Like as you
backup
know,
from Irie, yeah.
like
Corey with a
you can
hook miss.
basically remember. Yeah. Oi.
Wait, I'm offended coming in, but Kure will reply back with the Bloody Hunt as Karti takes out Matsu. iPrince will use his Frigid Glacier and try to get out, but unfortunately does not as Dance continue to change. Kyu will take out Kure, but gets in a really tough position. Or never mind, he will retreat as Haro will back up, get the shutdown on Dance here with a Phantom Steed. And will back up Kyu. What a backup here from Haro as he caught up just in time to take out Dance and get a beautiful shutdown here. Looks like an engage is trying to go in here. Kyu will barely escape or never mind as the penalty zone and flicker will take out Kyu. No escapes from Cardi over here as he is committed to take that out.
What a bloody game so far. Lots of kills being traded and exchanged, and top esports aren't that far behind. But as we speak, on the bot lane,
On the bot lane over here we have Harl Teasy getting in a pretty rough position here as NY almost gets his crossbow of Tang but not much happens afterwards as both sides will retreat. Looks like Matsu, the unoffended, will try to take out Irie here as they take out his passive. Phantom Steed coming in, poking Cardia. Curtain Call coming from Yuda, trying to kill Irie, but does not have the damage to do so.
Danzi, where
And
are you?
Danzy, no, Danzy will be caught in a really rough position here as Kyu and Haro will take out Danzy on the top lane. Oh, poor Danzy. Conceal coming in from Kore as he gives vision, will try to catch Haro but will miss as a flicker also coming in as a fail here. Looks like Matsu will use them offended and they will just take Kore out. I Prince will take it from himself. Ah, poor Danzy getting in a really rough position. Looks like a fight is coming here. Yuta is trying to pick out Irie, but doesn't. There's a penalty zone coming in from Cardi, but instead will get shut down by iPrince. And looks like Top Esports are turning this around. Kia goes in with a dive, tries to kill the one, but there's a
Oi!
crossbow tank
Oi!
coming in at the last second and will take out Kyu and Y with the Chloe, but iPrince will not let that go and will flicker and will take out and Y instead. What
Another
a
one!
match! Demon Thorn from Dance over here. A lot of fighting is happening and it seems like I can't stop shutting up about this. This,
I
what a
mean,
game.
finally you got some rest here, but nothing is happening so far. Almost Franco just hitting Diane Hook, and you would have to, you would have to continue, but like both teams playing this very aggressively, and here comes Danzo again.
Danzo coming in again. Curtain call by Yuta over here, stopping him in place as Carty will try to look for engage. And oh, Pride of Ice from my Prince here has been wasted as Arya takes that out, but will get shut down in the process. Penalty zone coming in from Carty on Harl, stopping him just in place just for the crossbow tank to go 1, 2, and we'll go for the 3 over here. Or no, Yuta will get out really low HP with that vengeance, but Matsu on the other hand will not escape that demon feast coming from Dance. What a fight as Dance continue to fight, will chase for Q, and it looks like Cardi will continue the chase as well. Q is in a really bad position. Good night, Q. As NY will back that up, will take it for himself, and looks like Lord will fall for the side of Iconic.
What a bloody game, as I said before. Like, as you can see, 37 kills exchanged within 11 minutes. That's a lot here. You don't get that ratio in lots of ML matches in EU. And Iconic Crew, if you play against them, you will have a bloody match most of the times if you want to compete against them. Because if you don't, they're just gonna play the usual gameplay. You will end up with no kills, and they will get at least some kills and get objectives. So you have to fight back against them if you want to do something against Iconic Crew, and find the pickoffs yourselves, find the engages. Haltis here showed some moments here earlier already. iPrince already got pickoffs on them as well. But Iconic Crew still in the driver's seat here. They are the ones in the lead. Um, Even though like lots of the fights were messy, they came on top most of the times. That's the important part. If you win more team fights than the enemies, you will end up with a gold lead. That's the thumb rule.
Use a match like that when you leave a Hanzo for Dance here. Of course it's gonna be one hella aggressive game as Dance will miss his Demon Feast. Will continue to fight for Yuta here, but Yuta, on the other hand, with the curtain call, unfortunately will not take out Dan as Dan will escape with the red tree and NOI with Korei will back that up. I'm just saying, you leave Hanzo for Dan and he will just make this game really interesting for both sides as aggressiveness coming from him is just pretty insane. Looks like a
Oh,
Phantom Steed is coming in as he gets Molina Harold, but will still take out the passive of Ari over here, and Ari will have to get out. Dance tries to pack that up, but nothing to be found, so he will just clear mid instead and will recover his body. It looks like NY's
Newton not a,
positioning here. You see the 1-1 over there, pretty interesting. Looks like he's trying to pull out the
mm,
crossbow tank on anyone that comes in.
and as we talk, this happens.
He
Oh, he didn't get the
doesn't.
last hit.
He doesn't get it as the curtain call is being used on him. Looks like an engage from Danzy with the Demon Feast coming in, but Yuta will have to use Vengeance just to save himself. This is a pretty rough match for the CC, to be honest.
Like there's
Not
not much you can do at this moment. Like Hanzo is at this point bursting her. One can get a crossbow tang on her. That there is like can also just sustain her in worst case. Like the Chi pick was maybe a bit too early in draft, and like they should have known about the Hanzo pick because that's one of the favorite things iconic crew love to do. And Chichi cannot win her lane against sustain XP laner, so she's kind of relying later on to be useful. But since she's so far behind, she's not tanking anything. She doesn't have damage, so she's
not
in a lose-lose
much.
situation.
Looks like Matsu is in really rough position between the sides of Iconic, but will walk out casually as Danzo will go in with an engage, but will be instantly taken out by Iron Prince on Harley here, his body. That is a lot of damage coming in from Harl on that Leomord. Looks like Cardi is trying to go for an engage as iPrince will use Frigid Glacier, but not much will be done as he tries to force Iconic to not go for an invade here. Oh, looks like the positioning Kore. He looks like he's trying to go for a backline here alongside NY. And
Oi,
maybe a
oi!
bloody hunt will be coming in and a penalty zone as well as NY gets frozen, does not get that crossbow tag on on the Claude. And we'll try to unlock it on Matsu over here. Will he continue engaging for Matsu? No, iPrince with the flicker will take out a shutdown over here in NY. And we'll use Frigid Glacier once again as Dance will take the Lord for the side of Iconic. Matsu still continues to chase. Looks like the fight is still going as Kyu is going to pick a double kill here for himself. There it is. Looks like Yuta is going in for the push, trying to be at least as efficient as possible since he can't really do much during fights. It's best for him to start pushing and apply pressure on the side of Iconic. And then he's left alone here as in 3 seconds he will have Irie with him as well. Looks like the side of top esports could look for an end here on both sides, but never mind. We have a Hanzo, we have a Downzo over here dancing on the minions, taking them out, and will be taken out here. Unfortunately, does not get his Demon Feast enough damage on Natsu.
That team fight was really messy from the side of Iconic too. Like they just threw away the entire gold lead they've had up until this point. They lost 2 inhibitor towers, that's the most important part here. And they just lost the Lord as well. Like they said they lost too much for this Lord. Like 4 deaths are too much, especially if the enemies can just push. Like Chichi was pushing. Chichi wasn't even the steam fight. He was just on the
Yeah,
bottom
he
pushing.
was just
Like
pushing
they lost a
casually.
fight. They lost a 5v4 team fight.
Looks like a Demon Feast coming in, damaging 3 people. Looks like it's a good damage on Mats on Prince here, but they will both have to heal up.
Like
It's a
that the crucial mistake here was that like that the one didn't get her ultimate. Like she didn't get her crossbow of Tang on anyone. Like if she had gotten it on any person, even on Matsu, that would have been enough to get to secure at least 1 or 2 kills.
unfortunately, I think Korei, like, he did ult Q, if I remember. And Q
Yeah,
straight up just purified the stacks away, I think.
I mean yeah, but like he's but still like Nai still had the stacks on the Ruby, and she was
Yeah,
one
the
stack away from getting the
looks like a
crossbow of Tang on
conceal is
Ruby.
coming in from Matsu as he will use I'm offended and they will take out Korei as well using Frigid Glacier and Fan of Steed as well. Why all this for Corey? Poor man didn't even have a chance to react or escape. He just got caught instantly. Looks like the Phantom Steed still up from Harrow and will be taken out by GRC. Does not have it anymore as Molina Blitz coming in from Irie. A penalty zone coming in from Cardi as Iron's passive is taken out and Yuta will go for the backline here as he will take Irie for himself, not letting him go back. That is going in with his ultimate over here as he will trigger Pride of Ice from the side of iPrince here, but iPrince will still survive. What a Demon Feast over here, taking out iPrince's passive. But it looks like the side of top esports will take the mid lane here. Probably could go for more push here as Carti will be offended over here, taken out by Harl TV as an engage coming in from Dance as well. But damn, Dance taking a lot of damage from Q and also Harl TV. It looks like this time Lord will fall to the hands of top esports unless we see a pretty awesome steal from Dance here as we speak. He is going in but will be interrupted by Matsu. Will try to take out iPrince and will successfully do take out iPrince in the midst of war over here and will retreat. What a play from Dance. At least you don't come out with nothing after all. You have to get something as well.
Like, look at this. Iconic crew were most of the game in the gold lead. They had lots of gold here, and then they just dropped the ball after the last Lord fight. Now they are lost another team fight, and now they're at the back end of the game. Top Esports have the push now on the side lanes, and they're probably looking for a pickoff. And if they get a pickoff, then they could potentially end this game. Like, Iconic crew need to play this perfectly in the defense mode.
Keep in mind, Top Esports still don't have their Aurora that's been like recently crucial to the fights. So I wonder how this is gonna play out. As penalty zone coming in for Cardi unfortunately does not catch anyone, and so looks like it's gonna be just a good wave clear coming in from the side of Iconic. I mean, to be honest, for the side of Top Esports here, it doesn't look like they can engage pretty well without iPrints here. They do need him. They need his freeze over here, his Frigid Glacier in order to have a pretty aggressive and a pretty jump start on the fight.
Kinda true, but also like Iconic crew is not really like they're supposed to have the late game composition here, and yet they're still struggling to get the team fights they actually want. Like they could like it's so easy. You just need a pick off or a conceal and bloody hook. I mean bloody bloody hunter on the Franco, and secure a crossbow of tank for the 1-1. If you get the crossbow of tank on the 1-1, you win the team fight. You win the team fight. You win the game. Simple as that.
I mean, that is true. No, it is not that easy, because keep in mind, Top Esports are just going in for anyone they see, even if it's the Franco, and looks like a lot of damage coming in from Dan's here, but unfortunately will be taken out as they will continue chasing Ortiz, taking out Dan to the shutdown here. Looks like this might be game as Bloody Hunt and penalty zone coming in, trying to take out iPrince from the backside as he will reuse his freeze, and a Frigid Glacier coming in, freezing Cardi. Looks like a crossbow tank coming in, but not much happens as Kyu will go for the backline here. Corey tries to back that up, will hook the minion instead, and it's a good game for the side of Top Esports as they take match number 1. Wow, that Hanzo pickoff was really a game decider, and especially Kyu going in for that backline push, going in for the backdoor. What a
The last
game!
mistake ended the game. Like, Danzi showing himself, even though it was just a shadow, was enough for top esports to pull the trigger and engage. That was interesting.
This was pretty unfortunate. They had a really good advantage though. Let's see though, with that advantage, let's see if they're able to reply back for game number 2. We And we are back for game number 2, Iconic Crew versus Top Esports over here. Hello again, Wolkenstern. You may take the lead for the draft once again.
Um, like the last game, it was mostly execution problems from the side of Iconic Crew. They played out their draft plan. Like it went even better than they expected because they also won the early game fights. But afterwards, they didn't focus really on
To
objectives, and
live
they just
is to tread
flopped it
for
after the
Reaper.
second Lord, I believe it was, and
Yeah.
that's how the comeback started from Toby's. But um, like you did, if you're not that sure you can win a Lord that easily, then you can as well just wait for a pickoff and then start the Lord. Like Chichi was on the bot lane split pushing, and Toby Esports could have just been ambushed by Iconic Crew if the Franco uses conceal and fought there. Like he did use his conceal there, but like he didn't get the crossbow of tank for the 1-1, even though he ulted, even though he used his bloody hunt on the Claude. That was a big execution issue. Like this play costed them a lot because Hanzo was stuck at the Lord and busy damaging it. while the rest of his team was trying to win a team fight without him. Like Danzo was the main damage dealer, and yet they were trying to win a team fight without him. Like
Ninja
that
has
was a bit
arrived.
paradoxical.
Yeah, and speaking of Danzo here, looks like his Hanzo is gonna be taken out from the side of Top Esports here.
Time to drop the
And
beat of
Cardi
the
will
war.
be
Team
taken out
is
for
banning.
Joy as well. Keep in
Mm,
mind, they still have Matilda open over here with the Barretts, and that's one thing that I've seen Iconic do a lot. And I'll be pretty excited to see it here as well if they get a chance, because it's a pretty good draft. If you have played against Iconic several times, you pretty much know about their Barretts and Matilda.
yeah, I know it. I know it by experience. I didn't experience it firsthand. That combination.
Yep.
Anyways,
I was there too,
uh,
don't worry.
yeah, like their game plan, like they have two game plans basically so far we've seen. Like the Hanzo drafts, team compositions, and the tanky jungler and fast
Sir,
speedy
what's your
support
command? Your
drafts.
team is
Henny
banning.
being banned
Ooh.
from the side of top esports,
Always
which is
on the way.
interesting because
Your
Hanzo
team
doesn't
is
really play
picking.
Fanny and. I'm not sure if anyone else from Hanzo Iconic Crew plays the Fanny here, but maybe it's a respect ban. We're not sure about that. Iconic Crew ended up the banning phase with the Matilda ban, not giving top esports any
I
good
will choose
first
my
picks
own
here,
Your
path.
team
with the
Looks
is
like they
Arlott
will
being
go
picked as
for the
first pick.
R-Lot over here. Keep in mind, there is a lot of bans still open, still the Nana and Aurora is still up, but we will see an R-Lot early on, and the carry as well
Do
is
you want
still
to make
up.
friends with
And the
Nana?
Nana will be picked up by Irie over here for the side of Iconic once again. And it looks like this time they might
I,
early pick Amino,
Minotaur,
and
will
here
finish
it
off
is
what
as we
was
speak.
left
But there are
undone.
still some stuff open, like a Diggy and a Valentina. So that's a pretty risky Mino pick here early on, I must say.
Your divine
As you
And
said,
there it
Valentina and
is,
Alright,
Diggy.
strike one.
as I
Diggy
said,
is
a
my name.
Valentina and a Diggy coming in. I just said it over
Damn,
here.
damn, damn, Hoki, you should become top esports coach. They have your same thoughts.
It's a pretty a pretty unfortunate early pick for the side of Iconic here, but let's see if it might pay off though. Depends on how they execute it. And looks like Dance
Gaze
here will pick
Ui,
up
upon the
the
edge
Your
of the
Nolan.
team is
void.
banning.
their third game strategy, pick up the Nolan.
No Hanzo, just
uh,
a Nolan.
I'm bored
yeah,
with chatting.
like the gameplay is similar to that with the Hanzo, with the difference that Nolan needs to work harder to get his kills. Like the thing with Hanzo is like it's like almost cheating. Like you can be safe and you can get all the kills and on the enemy mages with that way. Like that's it's once you know the system behind Hanzo, it's kind of it feels like soft cheating. Like of course you need to be aware of your positioning on Hanzo, but the enemy mage is always free food for you if you're the Hanzo player. So now Dante needs to work for his skills here on the Nolan. Now he needs to win his mechanical team fights, show his prowess against top esports, or else he's just getting CC by everyone.
I've been waiting
Your
for too
team
long.
is banning.
Looks like carry will be taken out from the side of esports as still marksmans are still open for both sides, and so is XP still open for the side of Iconic. Car team as well might go for probably Terizla again. You know, Yuzong still up. A really good pick here, to be honest, against the Diggy, mainly as a bait pick, and so is Terizla too, and Lapo as well. I mean, Lapo will probably be the best pick for the side of Iconic here. But once again, we don't know yet what Iconic is planning, so I'm waiting for it. We have the last band coming in from the side of Iconic, and we still have one more band for the top of esports here, as NY is thinking, and they're taking their time here. I pretty much say they might ban Claude, but once again, we don't know yet.
Thorns
And it's a
remain.
A
Lancelot
Your
once
Lancelot
team
ban?
is
again.
full.
What is up with the Lancelot bans today? Like both teams are scared of Lancelot, huh? Why? Like come on, there's Nano, you've got Minuto, you've got the
It's
CC. What
my
are you
way
afraid
or
of?
the
No
highway.
one in the
Team
EU is
is
a god
picking.
Lancelot right now, and as far as I'm aware of.
Iconic is only banning Lancelot on this side, but it looks like they don't want to deal with it. Or maybe Harl here, on the other hand, is a really good
Come
lance,
on,
we just don't know
Dexter.
yet,
It's
as
our
Your
NY will
showtime.
team
take
is
the Claude
picking.
from Kyo, but Kyo might reply back
Time
with
to
an
take the
instant Bruno
field.
pick, and there it is! That was a really fast Bruno pick over here.
like the Bruno pick has it easier in the early game. He can just bully out Nye out from lane and win his gold matchup. So Nye is relying on his team to gank him. That limits the options of rotation choices for Iconic Crew, knowing that they have the weaker gold lane matchup here. While top esports can obviously also play for the gold lane. They have the Diggy here. The Diggy can babysit the Bruno obviously, or they can also just go for a rotation towards top side, like Iconic Crew did in the first game, and where they
I
got
might
lots
not
of
be a
gold in the
lightning
tower
man, but
off
I
from
do know
Utah.
my
So
trade.
maybe they go for this kind of rotation.
Rise
But Iconic
beyond
Crew need to
greatness
support the marksman
and
here, or else
reignite
it's
the
gonna be kind of rough.
star.
Yep. Looks like the draft coming in from both sides as it's our Lord Valentina, Diggy, Bruno, and Barretts against the Minotaur, Nana, Nolan, Claude, and Yuzong. A pretty heavy match over here, one that I'm excited to see. A Yuzong pick here, like I said, is probably most likely a bait pick for the Diggy. Let's see if the execution is gonna be perfect or will be 2-0 for Top Esports, and I'll see you during the match. And we are back for match number 2, Iconic Crew versus Top Esports. It's 1-0 for Top Esports so far. Looks like Iconic will have to reply with a win here, or we might see a 2-0. A pretty interesting matchup here, but I must say the Valentina and the Diggy pick are so threatening here, especially Diggy known to be one of the possibly the best support, best roamers over here due to his, his insane pokes, his vision, his... It looks like a first blood, never mind, coming out from the side of Iconic this early with a flame shot. Irie has been flame shotting since last game and landing them pretty successfully over here. What a play.
That is the downside of putting the Diggy onto as a babysitter on the gold lane. Your Mage has his own problems, and with the Minotaur CC and the Nana, that was a potential threat for first blood, and Iconic Crew knew about this and punished it. And the Claude, being forced to use his Purify here, as is safe though, but they're already being poked down on the bot lane because obviously they're better duo matchup. So Kyo and Matsu should have a nice time on the bot lane, while on the top lane there's a fight here.
It looks like Karl will be taken out by Carti over here as Carti uses his Petrify. And looks like he's just gonna retreat for the side of Icon. They're just picking up kills, putting them ahead 1k in farm, trying to take out iPrince here as he successfully does with another flame shot from Irie over here, putting them almost 1.5k ahead in farm. But looks like he will try to get some tower gold here. Unfortunately, does not get the amount of tower golds he needs and will have to retreat with low HP. What? Iconic is just picking one by one, putting them ahead in farm over here. And it looks like they're not gonna let that lose go away. They will have to stay consistent though.
I mean, the problem here is that Irie is just bullying iPrince in both matchups so far. Like previous game already, and now this game. Like Irie with this, we need actually a compilation of Irie's flame shots so far in this series alone. Like that's amazing. Like you could already make some clips with that.
Cardi with the Black Dragon form will try to get some his passive here, but will fail to do so and will retreat. He tried to heal up there, but I guess he will just leave the minions and dip out. As Amon Fury coming in with the Blazing the Wed from the side of Iconic over here, will they take out Matsu? And looks like Matsu will survive. Never mind, Hiryu, oh, Gyu blocks it, but still takes out Matsu over here. And we'll get a double kill. Irie looks like he's out of his passive, nothing to worry about. That Prince will be poked heavily as a fracture coming in from Dance, and it looks like he's gonna be taken out here. Yup, and why? Iconic 4-man in the gold lane, wiping out anyone who comes bot lane at this point. Looks like a lane swap is coming, and Utah will have to go to the bot lane instead of Kyo. But that is far too late as they will push the bot lane early on. Looks like Iconic is just pretty aggressive on that objective playstyle. And it's
No,
going
yeah,
pretty
they
well
listen
for
to
them.
us. They listened to our advice from the previous match and are actually focusing on objectives now. Now they have a 4k gold lead, they secured their first tower again, and Nai is in a weird spot right now. Yeah.
Nai will get the Daytona welcome, but will purify out of it as he will go back into the blazing duet as Kore goes in. A time journey popped in by Matsu, so double Money Fury from High Prince and Kore both will be taken though out unfortunately as Yuta tries to go in, dealing a bit of damage, but unfortunately not much will be done from him and will be taken out from a double kill by Dance.
On a positive note, top esports secured the first kill. It always starts with the first one.
One comes in, so does the others. Looks like Carty will
As we
take out
said.
Matsu over here and still has his black dragon form to just retreat. We didn't see that. That was pretty fast here. We didn't get to see Matsu being taken out here. As another Molina Blitz coming in from Irie, not much has happened, so Irie will just focus on clearing wave. Looks like a gank is cooking up over here on NY. Though NY does have the resources to retreat right away, so he does, and Corey will be back here for the backup, not allowing you to push. Pretty aggressive.
Both teams playing it safe now. But wait, Danzi is not flanking position. He's cooking something.
No. Looks like the stove was still off, unfortunately, he didn't cook that much. But
Yeah,
on the
sadly
top,
he didn't have enough damage.
looks like Irie will take Prince out once again, but we'll get a Daytona welcome from Harl here, but we'll flame shot him away. Never mind, he's not gonna be able to escape as Harl will get the shutdown on him. Unfortunately, he will be taken out. Or never mind, time journey? No, not anymore. Looks like the blazing duet's coming in on Matsu. Matsu flicking out of here as Harl goes in with the final splash here on Kore only, but not much will happen. Will be CC'd. Does Dancy follow up and try to take Yuta out? And they will not. Oh, never mind. And why going in for the dive here? But not much happens in this fight. Comes back to his second skill over here, and looks like NY. Looks like they're probably still gonna go for a dive here, regardless. They want to push that top lane. But I think it is far too late as Matsu will be back.
Oh my
here.
god,
But
the
with
damage
that,
on
what
the
damage from Carty? Oh my god! Carty will be taking out Matsu, and so does Danzy, taking out iFriends in the mid lane. They're making
Oh
iFriends
my
0-6 already. They're just having no mercy on the Valentina. And looks
Yeah,
like
I
final
think,
splash is
as
coming in from
advice-
Yuta. Yep.
As advice for top esports, I guess they should just ban the Nana from this point on. Like that's a bit too threatening for iFriends especially. Like he struggled already in the first game against Nana, and the second game is not getting any better. And yeah, and they are fighting finally.
There's a fight coming here as iPrince will use Melina Blitz on Nana by taking him from the iron view, but looks like Corey will jump in as Cardi takes Yuta out. And they tried to go for Irie here. Unfortunately, he had his passive, so. And yeah, iPrince, not much to be done from him here, as he has to wait patiently for another engage coming in from Harl TZ, otherwise there's not much to happen. Looks like Cardi is going in for a 3v1 here, but will use Black Dragon Form to retreat as Blaze the Red comes in from the back of NY. Money free from iPrince, but will be taken up by Cardi instead. Time Journey has been popped, and looks like Matsu will be taken up by Ari as they're taking a bit too much damage. Oh my god, Cardi. Looks like the Donna's welcome's coming in from Dance, but Dance will just simply taunt him and just dash out. That's what Nolan does. And looks like Yuta is going for a final slash here just to heal up a little bit and leave, because there's not much to engage here, not much to do against Kore. NY tries to go for the push here as Kore will protect him and Dance will invade the blue buff here. Looks like another fight will be cooking up here as Harl's trying to keep his stacks up, you know, poke a bit, Dance just stands around, taunts a bit. And damn, they're like ahead in 7k more over here for the sub, but final slash will be taken up Kore here, but not much happens as Iconic will just poke Yuta out of the fight here.
7k gold lead is just crazy for the side of Iconic Crew. And another pick-off almost, and iPrince using the IMU for nothing in vain. And that's just Disaster.
It's a disaster happening over here. As the Black Knight form McCarthy in the backline, he picks up what he needs and retreats. And iPrince, poor iPrince on that, using IMU and taking the blue ult and then just using it for nothing.
Then
That
dying.
bottom
That was the
field.
worst part.
Yeah, then die. It's not going well for iPrince. Will this be just the same as last match though? Do you think there's a possibility for top esports to take it again?
The difference between this and last match is that no Iconic Crew actually are securing objectives this time. Like, they pushed out more turrets than in previous game at this point, and they secured more gold and more kills. Like, they are serious in this game, as you can tell. They're trying to push out the bot lane as well, and HardTZ can't do anything alone.
Yes, that Cartesi might get ideas. iPrince will be taken up by Irie and Danzier with the with the Molina Blitz and a Fracture over here. Unfortunately for iPrince, he just gets deleted. He has Flicker. Keep that in mind, he has the Flicker. He just doesn't get to use it in time as he's taken out instantly. Looks like the Lord is pushing it from the top side, from the side of Iconic here, as Kure is cooking up probably a dive here. Keep in mind, they still have their time journey, so Cardi might have to go in and take that out, or maybe it is vice versa, where Kure takes it out and Cardi waits. But once again, we don't know yet as the transfer with the final slash coming into a flicker, but Ari will take that Matsu out and will be taken out by Danzy over here. Not much is happening apart from Cardi going in with the Black Ground Crow. Will take out Ari with the shot down here, probably with the Worldly out here, and looks like the fight will come to a halt. That is a pretty solid defense, so I am surprised how did that get taken out as Q will stop Dance over here as well. What a fight from Kyu here. He is now getting the damage he needs. Look at that Petrify coming up from Cardi as he chase Kyu. Kyu will heal his way back and will survive 1 HP, and so is Harl TZ out here on the base.
Like,
Man.
that's a problem. If you are that far in the lead, you tend to throw a bit, and that's one opportunity how the enemy team can potentially make a comeback here. Like, of course, you're still in the lead. You still have it very, very easy. You can just get a Lord and get some towers. But like those were two important shutdowns. One on the Irie and one on the Unzi. And that's lots of gold, as you can see. Up until this point, they were really far behind in gold. But now Kyo has some gold here. He's at 7k already. He can potentially turn the tides in a perfectly set up team fight. In a perfect scenario. Before that team fight, before those pickups, there were zero scenarios. But Iconic Crew slightly opened up the door for top esports. Now we need to see if whether they can actually force this door open, or actually if this was just a fluke.
Let's see here, will top esports take the chance and open the door for themselves, or will Iconic Crew just lock the door back again? As the Lord comes up in 10 seconds, it looks like not much will happen for top esports. I think the best they can do is try to probably pick up someone. But apart from that, there's not much to happen. It looks like they're gonna push here. I think that is a better decision here, as you can't get away with nothing, right? You gotta trade something for something. So as the Lord's take for Iconic Crew, looks like top esports will be pushing the bot lane here. I probably think it's for the better, so. Next up, Corey, he will try to disrupt, but will not get Matsu here, unfortunately, and Matsu will go back just in time. Do you think this could be the game ender? Oh, never mind. Hulk is dead for a bit over here, but that's fine.
Ooh.
Vulcan, sir?
Yes, hello. I'm here back, and as we can see, Lord
so
Sync.
top esport push bot lane as Iconic got the Lord over here, and looks like this could possibly be the game. So we have the Lord going in for the bot lane inhibitor, pushing it out as Iconic crew is waiting patiently for an engage here. Looks like Dance is trying to go for a diggy over here as Daytona's welcome on Corey will be coming in as Iprin, so pulling out IMU and Time Journey coming in from Matsu as he will try to save his teammates. Yuta does not get saved, unfortunately, in front of the base. Looks
Ooh.
like Ira with a double kill on Kyu, and Y will be trying dealing in some damage. Not much has happened, and ooh, a kill coming in from Danzy with that fracture coming in, taking out iPrince. And looks like it's not the game changer, but at least on the positive note here, they were able to get two inhibitors, which is both the mid lane and the bot lane.
Yeah, that is a lot. That's still a lot. Even though they didn't end the game, they got the inhibitor towers. They still have the huge lead here. They gave away a kill or two, but that's not really what they matters at the moment. Especially looking at iPrince's gold. He has even less gold than the Diggy. He's already buying the roaming equipment because he knows that he's in a screwed situation. So he has to do the best out from it. Like 10 deaths from 25 kills made from Iconic Crew. That's a lot. Like he's having a rough game, so he needs to. Like, thing is, there's still a chance for comeback for top esports if they get a perfect team for here and get maybe a wipeout.
I
It's still
think
there,
they
though,
still,
possibility.
there is a possibility. I don't think it is now though, as they still don't have the damage to do so, as especially for Eye Prince here, the magic damage is pretty reduced. So they have to mainly just rely on Kyo and Harl here for the damage and the pokes coming in from Matsu, but apart from that, it's gonna be a really tough fight here and a tough way for esports, top esports to come back. As Lord is coming in from 10 seconds, let's see if they're probably gonna contest that, or maybe they could just push the top lane and do the same thing they did last Lord. But it's gonna be tough if this one's taken. This one is the game over here. I'm feeling it. This Lord, if it goes to a hand of Iconic, it could be the game. As Black Dragon 4 coming in from Cardi, trying to zone out top esports over here. Kyo will still get some hits, and Harl, he's getting melted by NY here, as NY deals a lot of damage on Harl, forcing him to retreat just a bit safer. Matsu will be pulling out the time journeyers. Prince will be taking out Cardi. Kure going in with the flicker and the Monian Rage, but not much to be done as they will still try to contest, and Hansi will win the red tree here as Yuta still goes for the engage over here, is still chasing Irie, and looks like Carl TC be taking out Kure, and there it is! A wipe out coming from the side of top esports on the Lord fight. What a fight over here. I think Iconic messed up pretty badly here.
I told you, there is an opportunity for top esports if they get a wipeout. They got the wipeout. The gold lead is not more significant anymore. Everyone is almost full build. Even iPhone is getting his gold back he lost previously. He got 2 kills now as well. Like, now Iconic Crew at the back foot. Now they have to show something. Like, imagine you have a 10k gold lead and then you just throw it away after such messy Lord fights.
That's pretty unfortunate for the side of Icon. Though I think the mistake here is that when the Yuzong went in with the Black Dragon form, uh, he didn't like land anywhere nice. He just landed in the middle of everyone. And, no, he landed away and then went in. There was no way out. And he didn't have the backup for that. When they took Cardi out, I think like top esports from themselves, they said like, oh, that's the tick, and they just went in for the fight, knowing that they don't have anything to resist whatsoever. And after a while, you saw Kure like going into the Monian Fury, but nothing to be caught here, no backup, pretty late, and that just gave top esports like the entire fight in general.
Like the thing was, Party hit his Petrify in the team fight, but like the problem was that Matsu still had his time journey available, and he just had to use that, and they were immediately they were immediately able to turn around this team fight and secure themselves those important kills and get eventually their wipeout here. Like at the end, Danzi was a bit overconfident in his own skill and his own golden advantage. Bruno just had to use the wind of nature, and then Danzi had to say goodbye to this world for a short amount of time. But that was the problem here. Like There was no need for this fight. They could have just waited a bit, set themselves up for better positioning, poked them. Like they were already poked from the top esports. Like and then they still decided to go for the Lord. Like they should have just reset a bit and hold the hold top esports there. But there's
Looks
another
like a
fight.
final slash coming over here by Yuta, trying to chase Irie, taking out Spasm, but the time journey we popped us, so is blazing the wood, but Iprince will take Ainoy out as he is on killing spree. Looks like a fracture coming in from Den, as Monium Fury coming in from Kore. Looks like Cardi is trying to escape after the immortality since he's low. A reply coming in from Iprince. Kyo will take Kore out. Looks like this is going pretty positively for the side of top esports as Lord is coming up. Unfortunately, for the side of Iconic, they don't have Mino or a Claude. Corey and NY is currently dead, so there's not much for an Engage to do. I think the best they can hope for is probably Danzy stealing it, but apart from that, there's not that much to be done. And looks like Dance will try to steal here for the Lord, but unfortunately does not make it as Kyu will do a little bit of a lot of damage over here coming from Kyu, taking out Irie in an instant, and will be taking out Danzy as well as he will continue to change. Look like iPrince with a flicker here going in, but will be taken out. Danzy said, "I am not going down alone," and will shut down iPrince with him. What a play
Imagine
here.
I shot down an eye prince who was sitting at three kills with 11 deaths. And that's the saddest shutdown I've seen in a while.
A
But as we
3-11
speak here,
shutdown.
a
looks like
potential last fight.
looks like Kyo on the back here. Looks like Daytona's welcome is used on Carti over here as Carti will be taken out by Kyo and Harl over here, but Mats will be taking it for himself. And this could be the game ender as Harl is zoning out as well. They're trying to get Kyo onto the tower and Kyo will get a few hits here. Unfortunately, minions have died, but the top lane on the other hand will be pushed as NY will not make it in time to save this tower. Yuta tries to catch him, but NY will go back just in a hint of
Oi!
second. And looks like Danzy is trying to go in, but unfortunately will be caught by Kyo. Stuns over here, and a time journey by Matsu is popped just in case he saves Kyo. And Molina's coming in with the Blazing Duet coming from NY as the Blazing Duet coming
Oi!
in as well. And not much is happening apart from them taking out Kyu, but the fight is still going as I Prince will be taking NY for
What
himself.
minion?
Matsu is trying to
The
end. I
minion!
Prince
Get
is still
in,
going
Bill!
in. And they're trying to
I
clear.
Prince can end this!
I Prince will
I
be
Prince
ending it, and it's good game. I Prince with the hand over here for the side of top esports, making it 2-0, and since it's for the crown league it will be a 3-0 for the side of top esports. What a game that was. I think I predicted that, saying that it might be just the same as the last game, and it is. What? Stop esports coming back from the grave as we thought all hopes were lost. They said no and they just pulled their hand out like that. What a
uh,
match.
I give a salute to iPrince for never giving up on this game, always being having the mental fortitude to still look for plays and to still look for opportunities, like in that very last moment, with the last member still standing, ending the game and securing the victory for Top Esports. Very great from iPrince. Very great.
A warrior at heart, indeed, I Prince. And it looks like we are gonna wrap it up and we will see you for the next time. And we are back here before the match just to review some clips from the previous match. Today we have really fun clips to pretty much show here. First up, we have a hook coming in from the side of Iconic here. As you see, Corey is going in for the hook and will catch the claw over here. Kyo unfortunately gets taken out, and the crossbow of Tank coming in, just wiping out the entire team here. A pretty good hook here for a turtle fight, one them the turtle, and then we will have hook number 2 coming in from Kure as we are currently preparing it. And I think there's some technical difficulties. Walker's turn entertain me.
Yeah, like the game was crazy. Like I want a compilation of Baby RV from this match. Like that was just, ooh, that was just that. The Nana gameplay was just, it deserved an award.
Speaking of the Nana gameplay, we will get to that soon as we have the second Kure hook over here coming in. And as we do watch here, looks like Kure is standing in full position. I'll probably take out Eye Prince here as we saw previously in the match. And there it is as Irie picks up the kill. Speaking of Irie,
Yeah.
we will have a mini Irie compilation here because he was really fun to cast over here. As the first Irie clip coming in will be a really beautiful flame shot coming in from Irie here as he picks up Eye Prince for the first time. And there it is. What a snipe from baby Irie. We have clip number 2 coming in from Irie as well, but this time he does not get Eye Prince, but instead will get out Yuta as he tries to escape. But unfortunately, Irie was just there in time to tell him, nope, you're not going into the base. We have clip number 3 from Irie as well, and it's another flame shot kill as Irie will get a bit too much damage with the Molina and the boomerang here and will take out Eye Prince once
Bang.
again. Really had us in laughter over here. We were thinking about like we just have a baby Irie clip here. Looks like the last clip of Irie is the flame shot. Unfortunately, he doesn't kill with the flame shot here, but he gets a really beautiful double kill on a dive here on both Q and a roamer diggy. So it was pretty fun to cast Irie here, entertaining us all the way through. But now let's see Jiashi versus Flying Eagles Academy on game number 2. Got pinged, someone said to shout him out. And we are back and live with game number 2, match number 1, Flying Eagle Academy versus Jiashi. Wilkinson, once again, you may take the lead.
Welcome everyone. I am back here alongside Hockey for this very intense series, most likely of the day, the last series of the day. Tomorrow there will be only one game being streamed. That's being Flying Eagles against Zephyr. Also very entertaining to watch. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow as well. And we are here in the draft between two relatively new squads. The difference being that Jiashi's members know each other already as friends for years already, but they just recently did this squad together and they just decided to participate in this league together as well since they already were on it. And there we are in the draft. First three bands from each side. Playing Youth Academy banning out Farmis, Matilda, and Diggy, and from the side of Jiashi, the Joy, Nana, and the Tigreal being banned out here as well. With the first pick of Flying Eagles Academy now coming in with the Aurora pick. We have seen already some Aurora games in this preseason and also in this league so far. Very strong pick, solid, and Jiashi respond with the Valentina and Minuptor pick. The Valentina pick so that they don't get any issues afterwards in second phase draft if they don't pick the Valentina immediately, and the Valentina could get potentially banned out. Now, Flying Eagles Academy need to be aware of what they are picking, since the stronger ults they get, the better it is for the IMU from the Valentina. So they have to keep track of that. Minotaur, obviously, always a solid pick here in the current meta. You can't do lots of things wrong with Minotaur, especially since Flying Eagles Academy banned out the Digi themselves. So that's a high risk here, and we will see if they're getting rewarded with this. So far, looking from this draft, what's your comments on that?
Pretty interesting draft here, though it looks like a really tough draft coming in from the side of Flying Eagles Academy. Though I pretty much say the Guinevere pick here balances out pretty well, though we have Halston picking the one on here might be a big trouble for especially the Gwyn since he has that Purify on the 1-1 is gonna be able to hard to catch unless they have Luli and King Sama for the setup here, then they could probably
Come on,
neutralize the
Dexter.
gold
It's our
laner.
showtime.
That's true. With the Claude being banned out as well from the side of Jiashi, they got rid of one of the 1-1 counters. Maybe they go for a second one, or they're just gonna pinch down the hero pool on the roaming position. We have yet to see this, and Flying Eagles Academy decide to go for the
1,000
Martis
euros.
ban here.
Not a
Martis could have
single penny
denied
was
lots of the
stolen.
CC from the side of Flying Eagles Academy with his anti-immune skill. And with the Brody being banned out, another strong marksman pick into this matchup. The options are now kind of limited for Dobby here on the marksman position. Like, if he plans on winning the lane against 1-1, of course he could play for a late game and pick something like Ixchir, but he needs to rely on his team for this pick to be enabled. And with Tefeni being banned out as well, there are not many options left on the jungle, and the Akai being picked up from
Every hit,
Jiashi on the
and
jungle.
I will
Have we
revive
seen
it.
a Akai jungle so far, or is this new?
I think we've seen him on the roam, but not on the jungle here. And that is
Okay.
pretty fun to watch Akai Jungle in general, seeing all the funny spins and all the cool spins he does with us. So, pretty interested to see this one. And looks like Shadow over here for the side of Flying Eagles Academy will take the Clint instead. Personally though, my personal opinion, I think I would have gone Erthel this match since she is still a strong marksman, but Clint kinda works too.
Yeah, Clint is an easy marksman if you don't want to think too much about your early game matchup against other marksmen. And with Kufra complementing and then this team composition, they have a solid draft so far. They have tools to engage, they have tools to disengage, they have tools to CC. They have a decent marksman on that matchup. Their draft is decent. It's nothing special, but it's also not bad. Like you can always work with that also in ranked games. It's not bad, and from the side of Jiashi, that's a more specific draft with the Akai being picked up here as well, and the Benedetta. That's really interesting. Like,
This
if the
is the first
Benedetta
time we
gets the
see a
snowball
Bene.
rolling,
Yep,
that's
it's
that's gonna be crazy here.
that's the first time we see a Bene here. Didn't even see her in the preseason, and I'm pretty excited about this one. It
Yep,
seems
an
like
ASCII rapper.
the draft is pretty balanced on both sides here. They both have the capabilities to have a continuous fight, and let's see if that will be executed in the match. And we are back with the second game, first match. We have Jiashi versus Flying Eagles Academy. I am pretty interested in this game. This is gonna be a fun game, especially seeing probably Wolk is gonna be either happy or crying by the end of this. Let's see.
No. I have my mental more in check compared to last time, and I know that the academy team has improved over the past few days, so they've made adjustments. Their drafts is now looking now kind of okay so far, and I hope we are not seeing such a blood fiesta as in the previous series between Iconic Crew and Top Esports. So far, everything seems kind of normal. Both junglers are rotating towards the jungle monsters. King Summer securing the lead to Wanderer while Akai is just getting his double buff. looking for potential level 4 and maybe a gank on the XP set based from his rotation so far. While Flying Eagles Academy are just trading some blows here and there on the mid lane, not much going on here, and they will probably try to go for a gank on the gold lane, looking at the movements from King Summer here. And as we speak here, Akai going for the invade here. He's missing it, but it's fine. It's just a second wasted. We hope that that second won't be that important. And there comes King Sama with the jump. Nice.
Well, they'll be taking out Sorata, and Sorata will be taken out by King Samai here with the Violet Requiem. And looks like Kasha will be applying pressure with the XP lane here, but won't do much. I'm pretty much guessing that Jiashi is gonna just try to take position for the Turtle here. Meanwhile, the Flying Eagles Academy will probably try to push a top here. As Halston is fighting Shadow
Oi!
over here, will be picked up by King Sama, but will he be
Oi!
killed? Looks like he will be taken out by
Yo!
the Retribution from King Sama here. But unfortunately, he's not gonna be able to contest the Turtle here, as it will fall for the side of Jiashi, unless we see Dobby over here do some insane play and take it, but that is least likely, as GJA is showing up trying to poke him, but will be the turtle be taken here, as Luli will go for the freeze and Dobby engaging, but Sorata will reply back with some aggressiveness here and not much will happen. Looks like an invade coming in from King Sama here, taking the red buff away from Kacha here, and then we'll have to retreat. Hopefully he's not gonna get caught by Lone and Sorata, but he does, and will
What?
take the fight instead as he goes for Lone,
What?
as King Sama with the ult will take out Lone with the Violet Requiem. But looks like, ooh,
Oh
Luli
my
over here to
god!
freeze, canceling Akai heavy spin in place over here as a Tyrant's Rage coming in from Dobby. More fighting coming in. King Sama
Oh
goes
no.
in, but will unfortunately come to a halt here as he is chased by Kacha. Kacha will take out King Sama with a shutdown over here, but Shadow will back up, take out Sorata, and a pretty long fight finally has come to a halt. What are your thoughts, Wolkerston?
As you can see, the results of their practice paid off so far. But as we speak, Akai is looking for looking for a gank, and he's probably get. Oh my God! Clint coming out on top with the flicker and surviving this. Damn, Flying Eagles Academy look like a completely different team compared to a few days ago. Like you have to agree with this probably. But now there's a pickup, nothing he can do anymore, and he's dead.
A
Rest in
heavy
peace.
spin and the crossbow tank coming in from 1-1 as the frigid glacier coming in from Ludi, but not much happens apart from them trying to protect the gold lane, as looks like the pressure is still gonna be on as the dive is coming in from the Jiashi, and looks like Ailon will take Dobby out here, meanwhile using Ludi's ultimate frigid glacier, and a top lane will be pushed. What an dive here from Jiashi as they win that gold lane. Looks like Shadow will try his best to defend over here. He does get a really good amount of damage here on Sorata, and Luli will be taken out by Lone here. Not even her Pride of Ice can get her out as she will be taken out. And GGA over here will have to use his flicker since he was a bit out of position. Looks like King Sama tries to catch someone here, but unfortunately does not find the target. Dobby is looking for an engage, but Heavy Spin uses Kacha, uses his retribution, will be taken out Dobby, and Halston will take out Shadow also on the top lane over here in the midst of fight. And looks like Jiashi wins this fight in general with the turtle, and everything will come to a halt.
2k gold lead for Jiashi, almost 3k. They did it really well on the top lane with the gold gank here. And as we speak here, we are maybe seeing a pickup here. Dang.
Looks like a pickoff here is coming up as King Sama will try to take another hit here, and he does, but unfortunately misses Lone, and Lone will get out safely. King Sama on the low HP, but he picks up Sorata like it's nothing.
Hey, Shadow, go back! No, why are you pushing this? You have no vision. No, you are suiciding for a tower. You're not even getting the tower. You're getting picked off for nothing, and
I Lone here will be taking out the marksman Shadow, and on the other hand we have Wolkenstern a bit disappointed, though I do kinda understand his frustration. Looks like an engage is probably cooking up here, but not much will happen as both teams do not have an opportunity to fight one another as King Sama goes in, tries to get Mecha, but Mecha will retreat just in time. Looks like Dobby is
The
going in.
lanes. Oh, GGA getting ganked here.
GGA on the XP lane
Ui.
here, getting ganked here as he will try his best to get out. Unfortunately, does not as Katcha is dealing a bit too much damage on that Akai alongside with Halston and Lone. Looks like King Sama here on the other tries to get some pokes in, but unfortunately might realize this could possibly be a bad position. Or never mind, will continue chasing for Eilon. Eilon gets out just in time and will be taken out by King Sama's Frigid
Ooh.
Glacier and Tyrant's Rage coming in from Dobby and Luli. Looks like Alecto final blow coming in from Mecha as he goes for the backline. On the backline will be triggered and Pride of Ice by Luli will be taken out. Looks like Shadow will be taken out by Mecha as well. And everything will come to a halt as GG tries to go with the Eye of Offended and Flicker, but unfortunately finds no one.
I mean, kind of unfortunate start for Flying Eagles Academy, but compared to what we've seen in the previous season, there are obviously improvements here and there. That's much a better position situation than they've had against Kingsman and game number 2 and 3, where they were just getting steamrolled, kinda. They are still a chance for comeback, just 4k gold difference, and Dobby both pace checking this bush. Oi.
Looks like no one's checking the bushes here since no one can contest for a turtle, but looks like Luli will be taken out by Mecha on the backline as Village Queen and Tyrant's Rage coming in from both Dobby and King Sama, taking out Mecha completely and a shutdown. On the other side, we still have a fight still going on here as Marlon Fury coming in. There was a heavy spin. Looks like Sorata will be taken out. GGA. Catcha still engaging, but a three-man jump coming in from King Sama, stopping the fight completely and the chase and allowing Dobby to retreat safely. What a save by King Sama. Though unfortunately, it is
When
still a loss.
when the jungler has to save the roam, or usually it's the other way around, but King Sam has to do both jobs.
A king for a reason.
Oh. I don't like the positioning of Clint right now. He's very vulnerable right now. Look at Iron's positioning. He's coming slow. He's closing in slowly, but his HP is not full.
Looks like
Oi!
Dobby is going in Torrent Rage, will catch Sorata as Sorata will try to retreat alongside Lone, but looks like Halston is engaging, gets frozen, but still gets that crossbow tank, takes out one, will be going for the other as he tries to take out Shadow, unfortunately does not have the damage to do so, and Dobby will be taking out Halston here alongside the assist from Shadow. What a fight here, but looks like more is about to happen as Sorata engages with the Million Fury and a Flicker here. Try to catch Dobby and Dobby will be replying back, jumping on Lone, but unfortunately Lone uses IMU against him and will use the Tyrant's Ray. A heavy spin coming in on Shadow. Katcha, not much he can do here apart from trying to get some damage. Katcha almost is taken up by the tower, but the Mecha going in with the Electro final blow, taking out Luli from the backline and will retreat. Looks like bot lane is about to fall here as Katja is trying to push, but unfortunately nothing happens so far and he will have to go back and recover.
It's unfortunate how this team fight played out from the side of Flying Eagles Academy, and but as you can see, they still held on to this tower. Like now they have to give it up, obviously, but they didn't go out from this team fight without doing anything. Like they did something, and now they just have to defend this lord once Jiashi finished it, and potentially look for some pickups here, get a good engage here, like this.
Looks like they're committing over here for Sorata as every single thing is going to be thrown at him, but in the reply, heavy spin on a crossbow tank has been triggered on Luli over here. Double kill coming in from Halston, possibly a triple, but Lone will take it for himself as a jump in a dive goes in by Katcha on King Sama, and then he will have to retreat as they realize King Sama is just too tanky to be taken out here.
Like the problem here is that they use too many ultis for the Minotaur to secure the kill, and GGA wasn't even the team fight. If he were here, then the Flying Eagles Academy could have secured another kill on Mecha probably, and it would have been just a 2-for-2 trade. And if it's a shutdown, it's great for Flying Eagles Academy. They need those to get back into the game. It's an 8k gold lead for Jiashi. So they are in a comfortable position. Ilon going in, but not doing anything so far, just chilling around. They're slowly pushing out the towers. Top lane already pushed out. Mid lane
Looks
probably to
like
fall soon too. And
Frigid
yeah.
Glacier will take at Eidon here as a Monian Fury coming in from Sorata, but a crossbow tank is triggered, taking out both King Sama and unfortunately Dobby as well. But GGA here is unable to contest, unfortunately, with any of the fights due to the pressure of the minions coming in from top lane and Lord specifically. Looks like Halston is throwing in some pokes here. Halston's doing pretty decent on that 1-1. Been
I
killing a
agree.
few
Like
ults.
Houston, he got his crossbow things when it mattered the most. Like he died in previous occasions due to let's say mispositioning a bit, but like when it was important, he got his crossbow tanks, got the team fight victories for his team, and Flying Eagles Academy are committing too much on this on Zorata with their ultimates and abilities. Like that one time they killed Zorata, like they used three big ultimates just for Zorata. That was a bit too much. Like I understand if you want to poke him, but you don't need to kill him without when the rest of the team of Jiashi are just next to him literally. Like that was a misdecision here, and that's how
I don't
a league
think
can snowball.
I don't think they expected a fight like after the Sorata kill. Maybe they thought they can just like kill him and leave, but then Jiashi just came in with everything they got. Looks like Sorata will be using the floor dash here as he uses Morning Fury, but unfortunately not much happens as King Sama will jump using the body Queen will be hitting nothing. Looks like a stun to Halston is in here, but still gets the crossbow of Tang as he gets one and will take out Luli's Pride of Ice. Will continue going for Luli as the Wind of Nature coming in from Halston will be taken out Luli and saved over as Mecha goes for the backline with the left to final blow taken out Shadow, but instead will not be able to escape since King Sama is there and looks like a heavy spin catcher taking out GGA. Looks like a mid lane here is in trouble. Will
Like I'm
Sama
kind of
be able
wondering
to
how
defend?
five people from Flying Eagles Academy cannot kill a single one. Like they literally have the CC, they have the damage, and they weren't able to secure it, even though the 1-1 was literally just standing there.
It's quite
Oh,
unfortunate
yeah.
for them to be honest.
hmm And also, GGA is not having his greatest game so far, as well as Dobby. Like, Dobby is getting his engages sometimes on the Kufra, but he doesn't get the targets that are necessary. Like in the early game, it was great. The first few minutes, his eyes were on point, but like afterwards, he gives the Helston the ultimate for no reason. Not for no reason. Like he just doesn't get her, and then the 1-1 just triggers the crossbow of Tang, and then the team fight is over. That's a
Yep.
problem if you leave the 1-1 open here, and that's a risk you have to play against. Like if you didn't prepare against that, then you're in big trouble.
Yup. And speaking of trouble, looks like Lord is coming from the top side here. It's a bit troubling for Flying Eagles if they have to defend and take a fight at the same time. Halston will barely get out of that Frigid Glacier. Mid lane inhibitor will be falling for the side of Flying Eagles as they don't have it anymore. Looks like a fighter could come in as the fight comes in with a heavy spin and Catcha will zone everyone out as the game ends from Halston. GG Jiashi, they take the first match against Flying Eagles Academy. That was a pretty tough match. What you think about that, Volk?
I mean, it was kind of expected after what happened at the top lane on the gold lane. After Jiashi got the first initial lead there and then won some team fights afterwards. But at the end of the day, Flying Eagles Academy are still a relatively new team. They're still adapting to everything, to the entire setup and environment here. And for their first league match, it wasn't a bad show. Like there are obviously things to improve on, but overall, I can say they are getting somewhere.
Let's see if Flying Eagles Academy can recover and have a third match on the next game. We are back and we have game number 2 coming in Jiashi versus Flying Eagles. It looks like it's 1-0 for Jiashi. Will it be a 2-0 and come to an end? Or will Flying Eagles Academy reply with a
To live
comeback? What you
is to
think,
trick the
Wolkenstern?
Reaper.
I didn't cure the pain.
There's always a
I harnessed
potential for taking off a win here in the Crown League, but taking off an entire series from a loss is a different story. Like Iconic Crew, we're kind of close 2 times in a row against Top Esports earlier today, but they couldn't handle the pressure and just bottled it after at the end of the day. So we will see if Flying Eagles Academy can do a better job in that aspect compared to their predecessors and see what they cook up in this draft. Like as we see, the bans are now different from the side of Flying Eagles Academy. They decided to ban out the Farmis and Joy so far, while Jiashi went for standard bans, Matilda, Valentina, and Aurora. And Flying Eagles Academy took the lessons and banned out the 1-1. The crossbow tank was just too much from Helston, so they decided to just get rid of it and ask basically Jiashi what their second game plan here is. Like, without the 1-1 here, they need to cook something else up because, like, the 1-1 was one of the main reasons they even got away with this last game.
I mean, knowing Jiashi, they could probably prioritize a carry or an Ixia because Halston is basically the main carrier. Halston is the star player of Jiashi at this point, but looks like we are gonna have a Diggy coming in for the first pick from Sorata and the Valentina band as well. So that is a really good pick here. I think it is forcing Flying Eagles to have to go with like a utility roamer.
What utility room is even left open that could handle their Diggy bombs?
Kaja?
Yeah, Kaja is a decent option. Yeah, they could pick Kaja here. Yeah, if they don't pick Kaja here, then Jiashi are just gonna ban the Kaja and
It
huh?
looks like the Rafaela and the Yuzong coming in instead. Though Yuzong is the good pick, but Rafaela here, I mean, support against fight fire with fire, which is support to support, but I'd probably say Kaja was a much better option, even in that case, maybe
Come on,
Florin as well.
Dexter. It's our showtime.
I don't think we have seen the Rafaela so far in this
Gaze
in
upon
this
the
league,
edge of
and
the void.
definitely an original pick here. We haven't seen that, so we will see how Flying Eagles Academy are gonna perform with the Rafaela. And as we speak of in unique picks, here comes Shadow with the Melissa in that matchup against Claude. Also something you usually don't see that very often, Melissa anymore, since other marksmen are getting prioritized in the current meta. And with Jiash closing out the first stage with their Nolan pick, so it's really strong pick. I'm wondering what can Flying Eagles Academy do? They ban out the Benedetta. Good that you learned your lesson. You don't want to run into the same issues as previously. So you just better get rid of it. And Jiashi probably just banning out the counters to their team composition. Like Marth is really strong since he can
Not a single
immune
worthy foe.
lots of the things that Jiashi can. I mean, that Flying like he can immune lots of things Jiashi can throw at him. I just had a stroke. Sorry. And Nana being banned out from Flying Eagles Academy to finalize the bans from them.
Can we
Solid
have
ban.
a clip of Volkenstern just stuttering constantly here?
Nah, man. With the Lilia being banned out as well from Jiashi, there are not many major options left for both sides actually. Like Valentina banned, Lilia banned, Nana banned, Faramis banned. What is left open? What is your guess?
I'll probably see like a mage such as a Kagura, but the Kagura is also a risky pick. Maybe Xavier is a really good pick here actually. Especially against the Diggy. Xavier is pretty annoying, but looks like we're gonna see a Vixana instead, and there it is picked up by Luli.
Um, like Vixana is a decent pick here in the current meta. I'm not sure if I would pick Vixana against this team comp specifically. Like Claude is using Purify anyways. Even if you pick something else, like Claude Purify is given, and Diggy with his Time Traveler is just
gonna immune Vexana's CC here as well in certain situations. So Nolan has free way to kill the Vexana in some situations, especially if Rafaela isn't around and Vexana is being left alone. So kind of risky pick here. If I had to pick a mage, I don't know, maybe Novaria, so that I don't get killed at least and I can escape, or yeah, or as you said, the Kagura in some situations, even though it's still a hard pick. And Jiashi finish off this draft with the Terizla and Farsa pick. Solid picks here, can't complain. There are not lots of tools Flying Eagles Academy can use right now to get to the Farsa. Yuzhong and Barret are being picked up. That means 2 tools you have for the Farsa. If you even get to the backline of her, it will be kind of hard. The Terizla is going to be very annoying, as well as the Diggy. So we will see how this will play out. I hope we will see another great game here. Probably some interesting things as well for us to learn. And we will wrap up this draft very soon. Any last thoughts about this hockey?
A pretty interesting match round I'm looking for, and let's see if it's gonna be a comeback from Flying Eagles Academy. And we are back for match number 2. But before we get into the match, we had a comment in the YouTube channel here in the stream. Someone said, "What do we think about Luli from the previous match when she was on the Aurora?" And I personally would say she was doing pretty well, despite the pressure was being a bit too much on her. She was still able to perform as much as she could and did her best. What's your opinion on that, Walk?
Yeah, Luli was doing decent given the circumstances, and that was a hard matchup. She was doing her things as Aurora. She was not bad. Sadly, it ended in a loss for her team, but at the end of the day, you are here to improve, to learn a bit, and eventually your efforts will pay off and give you some victories in the crown lead. But as we speak, the first set of rotations have been already done here. Rafaela forced out the retribution on Akasha on his red buff, but that doesn't mean anything if Flying Eagles Academy are not punishing this, because Ocelot is rotated the complete opposite way. He's going for a level 4 gank on to Claude soon. Luli already setting up here, but she needs to go back to the minions. Like, there's nothing to do. Why did you rotate top lane? Dobby cannot get his level 4 anyways. Like, I don't know why he's not taking any minions here. Finally, he's going in there. I think he lost a minion there, no?
Think he probably did. But it looks like King Sama and Cash already have the level 4s, and King Sama is trying to get the level 5 early. Unfortunately, does not have enough XP to do so. This might be a pre-contested turtle fight, or they'll both have to go for the blue buff for the level 5, Kacha and King Sama. Looks like Dobby's trying to zone out as Mecha and GG are doing a pretty good fight here. Looks like a lot of farm coming in for inside of Mecha as he will get that level 4, the penalty zone unlocked before GTA can get his Black Dragon form. And a fight is gonna be cooking up as Lone is getting ready to get some positioning here for this Feathered as Daytona's Welcome is used but does not hit anyone. King Sama barely gets the target. Feather Strike coming in from Inon as the penalty zone. First blood coming in from Catcher, taking out Dobby, and Luli will be taking out Mecha, but looks like a triple kill from Catcher from the backline. Will be taking out Dobby, Luli, and King Sama at the same time. What an engage coming in from Catcher. He still has his retribution, doesn't even use it, and I think they can take the turtle from the self, going for the side of Jiashi.
Like, why do you start a fight if two of your most valuable assets and teammates don't even have their level 4s unlocked? Like, that's an important issue here from Flying Eagles. GGI didn't have his Black Dragon form unlocked,
and Luli didn't have her ultimate unlocked either. Like, they needed those ultis if they wanted to contest this turtle. I don't get the decision. Whoever made the decision, we see to start off this turtle when Jiashi had more ultis available. Like, that's just a communication error. Like, you're not supposed to take that.
Well, now they do have their ultis, but I fear they are a bit behind in the damage and in the farm in this fight. Looks like a 4-man on the turtle here. Smoka, Sorata, Lone, and Kacha will be taking the turtle for the side of Jiashi here, and it is safely secured. An invade coming in from King Sama coming
No.
here. Will King Sama
Oh
take it
my
in
god.
time? King Sama will win the retreat here, takes it in time, and will hopefully retreat. And there he goes. But a feathered airstrike coming in, trying to pull in some damage, maybe forcing King Sama to recall, but he will just overstay and go to his blue buff instead. As you can see on the top side over here, Sorata and Bokacha are probably cooking up a gank here for Halston, since Halston is unable to do much against a Melissa.
I'm kind of afraid that Flying Eagles are getting crushed on top lane now since they had to retreat here and Shadow is alone.
Looks like a time journey is popped by Sorata here. Shadow is quite alone here, but will successfully survive. Still has his materials. Looks like a feathered earth strike coming in, but
Whoa.
Eternal Guard taken out. Lone's HP over here. Most of his HP is gone. Looks like Shadow is trying to engage and unfortunately will not find the target to mark his dole to and will have to come to a halt over here. And the gold crab is becoming very contested. Halston gets
Oi.
a bit greedy, but will use the Purify and will not get trapped by the go away from the Melissa over here. Shadow looks like a black dragon form is coming in from GGA here. Probably just wants to clear the minion waves and then leaves. So not much is happening from GGA. It looks like Lone with the feathered airstrike will be clearing the minions. Will they take out Dobby? Dobby is pretty low in HP but does not get wiped here as he will retreat safely. And Kacha will be taking his blue buff. We have King Sama here going in for the invade. Really wants Kacha to use his red tree. And looks like Kacha will really use it as Mecha escalating lane over there. We have a Daytona's welcome coming in, but Time Journey is triggered. Oh,
Oi.
King Sama will take Lone down as he also goes down with Lone. And Shadow, on the other hand, will take advantage of the situation and will push top lane. Looks like Halcyon does not have enough damage to clear the minion in time. For the side of Jiashi here, we can see a turtle being cleared. Hopefully, there's a contest coming as Mecha goes in for Luli over here. Luli will have to purify the Holy Baptism coming in from Dobby and the Retribution from Kasha taken. The turtle for the side of Jiashi. Blazing Duet on the backline. Halston goes for Dobby, but Dobby will flicker out and Shadow will back up as Kacha goes in for Luli on the backline. Will also try to go for Dobby or Shadow here. Looks like a potential triple kills coming in from the Nolan here. May not have his fracture, but he has his damage ready and looks like a monster kill over here taking out Dobby as the Ilon will be using his feathered airstrike to just secure the kill on Shadow.
What I want to point out, what was very important before was that Akasha, just as I said in the draft, got a pick up on Luli because she was left alone since the Dobby was busy with the marksman, so he couldn't support. And again,
Once
Luli can't do
again,
anything on her own.
a
Like, that's the
fracture from
problem.
the Nolan just goes in under a tower, takes out Luli. I mean, she is alone. Looks Ilona got in a really bad position, and Luli will get the kill with her Eternal Guard. But looks like Sorata will be using Time Journey and try to retreat. Unfortunately, he is slowed down by King Sama's Ice Retribution here and will be taken out. Yeah, Luli, she's
Um,
having a tough match here, especially being such an open target for Kasha here, as the Raphael pick does not allow, like, it's not really that protective of a pick. Like, look at this. It just leaves
again,
Luli so open. Eternal Guard is triggered, but Kasha is unfazed by that. And looks like Sorata is caught again in a really bad position, and it's just going back and forth, really repetitive. But yeah, it's pretty unfortunate for Luli, as she does not have neither the protection or the vision, because it is quite risky for Rafaela to do that, or else she will be picked off as well. There's a
I
catch
mean,
on the backline
basically,
here,
yeah.
fracture as we say. As I pointed out, the fracture coming in, taking out the Rafaela as if she's just nothing. And yeah, looks like a pretty aggressive invade coming in from GG as the Black Dragon form is triggered. Looks like a time journey popped by Sorata here, but will almost get taken out by GGA. But the time journey just cancels GGA's passive here, and Diggy will survive. King Sama is taking quite the positioning here, camping, applying pressures, keeping his stacks up, will try to take a fight here, and will take alone out as well as the red buff for himself. King Sama on the Barrets being super aggressive as the side of Jiashi can't even shake his HP down.
I mean, that's a really important part here. That King Sama is not never backing down with his aggression. He needs to play like that if they want to get back into the game. Since Akash is just a monster here right now. But the other thing is, we Flying Eagles Academy have their own monster, same gold, even though Akash has secured 9 kills. So that means King Sama has done a really great job at farming so far. Like 11, 13 to level 12. Like even when they set up a lord. Flying Eagles Academy have a slight advantage with the retribution here. Like even with the 2k gold at disadvantage, King Sama is doing a lot of work here. Look at him, look at this
Keep in,
dude.
keep in mind though, Halston did get his golden staff, so there is a really bad choice, a chance here for King Sao to be taken out. But looks like a fight is coming in as they already took out Sorata. GGA will take that chance to engage however he wants with his Petrify. And looks like Mecha will go in first to the penalty zone as he's followed up by the Feather Airstrike, taken out of Melissa, Shadow and Donnie at the same time. Will be taken out with Looney by the fracture from the Nolan in the back. Like Kasha is being such a beast right now. Lord gets a double kill here and a wipe out coming in from Jiashi, taking out the entirety of Flying Eagles Academy. Is it me or did Lord like just get 2 kills?
I mean, to be fair, like the Lord helped out Jiashi in this team, but that was kind of unfair for
Lord
Flying Eagles
Lord
Academy.
took out the Lord actually took out Halston and GGA.
Like it's
I just
unfortunate how things have played out, but like the thing is, Flying Eagles Academy didn't find a solution against Akasha here. Like Akasha can do whatever he wants in those team fights. Like they need to find a solution against him quickly, or else it's just gonna go even worse later on. Like they
I
already at the
think
back foot. They need something.
I think the Kaja pick would have been better off here than the Rafaela and would have neutralized the Nolan. But unfortunately, I don't think they've gone for it. As Lone will take the Rafaela once again for himself, and Shadow will fall to the hands of Jiashi here. Kasha going for the backline as if it's nothing and still has the fracture as Time Journey is popped. Saving himself, Surata. Looks like going for the
No,
backline, taking out Luli, but
that's
unfortunately
a
will be taken
shutdown.
out by King Samas Detona's welcome. Looks like Mecha is being a bit too aggressive here. They try to take out GGA and they successfully do as the mid, bot, and top inhibitor will probably fall right now. Looks like no inhibitors left for the side of Flying Eagles Academy. Halston gets in a really bad position. Blazing the Wedge is his only way out here, and he does, as Lone just casually takes out Shadow here with his insane amounts of damage. Looks like King Sama will try with a Detona welcome to take out Halston, but will be taken out instead by Lone. Lone with a lot of damage here, and it looks like game number 2 will go for Jiashi as it ends here. Good game, Jiashi 2-0 to Flying Eagles Academy. There was a bit slight improvements, but unfortunately for the side of Flying Eagles Academy, I think they had some pretty rash and bad choices.
Yeah, they still need to have lots of things to improve on. Like the draft, I don't know how we drafted the Rafaela picks. It just felt wrong in that aspect. And then some in-game decisions as well. But compared to their preseason games, now they actually look like a team competing in the Crown League. They're not just bystanders. And we just have to wait until they get secure the first team victory. And if I recall it correctly, the next matchup is actually against Kingsman. Maybe we are seeing a different story compared to the preseason, and actually see Flying Eagles Academy win their first series. But we will see.
With that being the case, this was today's stream. We had a pretty interesting stream as we had Top Esports against Iconic and Flying Eagles Academy versus Jiashi. A pretty fun one to cast, and I'm glad to have Volker by my side. And we will see you next time.